Hello everyone, and welcome to another book talk review with ASC Book Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing Minding the Light by Suzanne Woods Fisher. It is the second book in the Nantucket Legacy series. And there are two Bible verses that I think go with threads in this story. They're both about forgiveness. And the first one I'm going to read is Colossians 3:13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another, if any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. And the second one is Ephesians 4:32. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. And like I said, those really reflect threads of this story. This was such a really good book. I loved this book. And I love the first in the series as well. And I love how Suzanne has woven through them the old with the new. This is like a dual time period because the main character is always reading her ancestor's diary or a part of it. And I love how she always weaves that together with the plot of the story she's unfolding. And this one was so different than the first one. It was really, really sad in the beginning. So it was very tear-jerky in the beginning. And this man, though, that plays the hero, it is Captain Reynolds Macy, and I love this dude. I mean, a guy who loves tea that much, how can I not fall in love with him? He is so swoon-worthy. He is just a really great hero. I had the mystery figured out early on, but that didn't deter from the enjoyment I had in reading this book. It was really cool just to watch the characters unraveling each piece, even though I already figured out what had happened. I loved the ending of this story. I loved the history in all of these books that Suzanne puts in. I've learned so much about whaling and Nantucket Island and all of this and this time period. And I just love how they just come together, the old and the new. I know I already said this, and I just have to reiterate, the stories just weave together so well, and I love just the little pieces. It's like a Hansel and Gretel type story. You just get a little breadcrumb and just leads you down the path, and so beautifully. I loved the pace of the story. I felt it unfolded beautifully. I cannot wait for the next one. I am so excited for the next in this series. I can't wait to see what happens next with the Diaries character, Mary, and then the next lead characters, which is going to be the twins that were the kids in this story. And I just really, really loved this book. And I love Suzanne Woods Fisher. She is one of my all-time favorite authors, and I just love everything that I've read from her in the series and how she just kind of leaves cliffhangers, even though it used to drive me absolutely crazy. But I love how she picks up those threads and continues on. And there are two songs that I actually would put with this. Forgiveness by Matthew West. He is one of my all-time favorite singers as well, and I love Sanctus Real as well, and I would put their Forgiven in this too, because this is just a really great thread throughout the whole thing, and as soon as you read the book, you'll know exactly what they mean and what I'm talking about. At least I hope so. So thanks for listening, and stay tuned for more.